road trip, have gone 3-6. They've actually outscored their opponents by 2 runs on this trip. And there's that one game where they had the lopsided defeat, but outside of that, nothing but 1-run losses. So hoping for a turnaround tonight. Bryce Elder's on the mound. I know the first thing that you and I looked at when we got to the ballpark today, what's the wind doing? And for Elder, who can have an issue with home runs time to time, wind is blowing out, really puts that sinker under the microscope, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting night here because I have a friend that's in the Cubs organization. He says the first thing they do is the hitters run out there and they check the wind report. And all day it's been howling straight out to center. And it's still gusting around. It's changing a little bit, but the forecast for tonight is a crosswind. And so that'll help a little bit keep the balls in the yard. But the other thing, just sitting here looking at this wet field, you want to keep the ball on the ground and keep the home runs in play, but you're going to have a wet ball to throw around the field. So it'll be an interesting night in terms of environmental factors, and it'll be a fun game to watch.
Also for the Cubs, Cade Horton is going. Now, look, this guy's numbers, they've been terrific, especially since the All-Star break. But in the back of my mind, Darren, he's still a rookie. So I'm curious to see how long he can go at the pace that he's going at.
Yeah, it's impressive stuff. He's been so good. He's really bumping up against his innings limit. He had a shoulder injury last season that really limited his innings. So the Cubs are trying to be careful with him in that respect. But he is a nasty pitcher. He's got some really good stuff, and he's kind of figuring it out. He reminds me of Spencer Schwellenbach a little, and that he's adding pitches to his repertoire as the season goes on. So it'll be fun to watch him compete here tonight.
All right, final game of this series. Wind is blowing out. The Oregon's playing. It's Wrigley Field. Final game. We'll get to the lineups when we come back on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
What's the best kind of money? Well, how about instant money? With Quick Win's Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. Now through September 14th, there will be 2,000 instant winners a week. Look for the prize alert on your ticket and listen for this sound.
You're a winner!
That means you won $50 on the spot. It all ends September 14th, so hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Courtney, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hey Braves fans, Snit here for Gas South, the official natural gas provider of the Atlanta Braves. If you're tired of getting hit with extra fees and charges on your bill, make the right call and sign up with top-rated Gas South. No hidden fees, no deposits, and simple rates. How's that for transparency? Sign up today at gassouth.com/Braves and get $100 in bill credits. Gas South, the difference is good.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare's Heart Care Services. When it comes to your heart or someone close to you, nothing matters more than receiving the absolute best care. It's crucial to seek out doctors who are renowned experts in their fields, highly skilled, and pushing the boundaries of heart disease treatment. At Emory Heart and Vascular, you'll find a large team of specialized physicians and nurses dedicated to your heart health. They offer more options for customized treatment solutions that work for you. To learn more, visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... the official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed!
And...
Did you see that?
whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
Back Back at Wrigley with a wind blowing out. Final game in this series, Braves and the Cubs, and also the final game of this road trip for the Braves. Time now with the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with Atlanta. Braves managed by Brian Snitker, a record of 62 and 77, and in fourth place in the East, 18 and a half games back of the Phillies. The Braves lead it off tonight with a right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, first baseman Matt Olson, and hitting third, second baseman Ozzie Albies. Batting cleanup for the Braves, catcher Drake Baldwin. Hitting fifth, designated hitter Marcelo Zuna. Batting sixth, center fielder Michael Harris. Hitting seventh, shortstop Ha-Sung Kim. Batting eighth, left fielder Eli White. Batting ninth, third baseman Nacho Alvarez. And on the mound for the Braves, the right-hander Bryce Elder. He comes in with a record of 5-9 and a 5.85 ERA. He's been really good in his last two starts and looking to continue that tonight versus Chicago. So again for the Braves, it's Acuna, Olson, Albies, Baldwin, Ozuna, Harris, Kim, White, Alvarez, and Elder on the mound. Those are the Braves. Now for Craig Counsell's Cubs. They're in second place in the Central, 5 games back of Milwaukee. They have a record of 80 and 59. They're looking for a sweep, and they'll lead it off with their second baseman, Nico Horner. Batting second, first baseman, Michael Busch. Hitting third, right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And batting cleanup, left fielder, Ian Happ. Hitting fifth, designated hitter, Carlos Santana. Batting sixth, shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Hitting seventh for Chicago, center fielder Willie Castro. Batting eighth, third baseman Matt Shaw. Batting ninth, the catcher Reese McGuire. And on the mound, the rookie right-hander Cade Horton. He's had a terrific season, especially since the All-Star break. More on that a little bit later. But he's gone 9-4 with a 2.92 ERA this season. So again, for the Cubs, it's Horner, Busch, Suzuki, Happ, Santana, Swanson, Castro, Shaw, and McGuire. Horton is on the mound. Tarp has been on the field. Hopefully clear skies by first pitch. That'll be coming up right around the corner on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
It's a classic odor tale. You've had fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Ami Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at amihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate with the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever. You can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data, 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Fall's coming fast, Braves country, and deer season's right behind it. Whether you're learning a new lease, planning a public land trip, or headed to deer camp like you have for years, the onX Hunt app is your ticket to a better hunt. See public and private boundaries, drop trail cam and tree stand waypoints, map access routes and road systems, and share it all with your hunt crew. Even with no cell service, onX shows all of your content, boundaries, and your exact GPS location. Download the onX Hunt app from your app store and get after your best fall yet.
It doesn't matter if the headline is about the Braves, the Atlanta sports scene, or the college football world. Trust me, Home Team Brandon Lee, weekday mornings 6 to 10 on The Locker Room on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
72 degrees here at Wrigley tonight. The first two games in this series look like something right out of a postcard, but tonight, overcast skies. We've had drizzling rain, but we should be in the clear when it comes to the rain. That's moved on to the east of us, and we just have the clouds left behind and overcast skies tonight. Final game of this series. Folks, Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at braves.tirediscounters.com. Braves coming out of the first base dugout again. Tonight wearing their navy blue uniform tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in white. Atlanta across the chest on top of the tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Cubs are wearing their home white uniforms, white tops, white pants with the blue pinstripes. Blue numerals outlined in red, and their circular red and blue Cubs logo on the left chest of their white uniforms. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks, use code BRAVES, get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes tonight is Malachi Moore. First base umpire is Austin Jones. The second base umpire is Jansen Visconti. And the third base umpire is the crew chief, Andy Fletcher, over there at third base. It'll be Ronald Acuna, Matt Olson, and Ozzie Albies to the plate for the Braves here in the top of the first inning. The leather for Chicago has Michael Busch at first, Nico Horner at second, Dansby Swanson at short, Matt Shaw's at third. Ian Happ in left, Willie Castro in center, Seiya Suzuki is in right field, Reese McGuire is the catcher, and on the mound it's the rookie Cade Horton. He's a right-hander, he's ready, and now for the ball game. The first pitch, a called strike on the outside corner, starting up at 6:40 Central, 7:40 back in Atlanta. And 72 degrees here on a cloudy night in Chicago. 0-1 pitch on the way to Ronald. It'll send one foul down the third base line, making an 0-2 count on Acuna. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Ronald is 0 for 8 in this series. He has really caught a cold here on this road trip. Looking to turn it around. 0-2, swung on and hit a sweeper right into the mitt. Just got a piece of it, tipped it in the middle of Reese McGuire, and strikeout number 1 for Cade Horton. And for Horton, this is the first time that he has seen the Braves. And Darren, what are these Braves batters going to see out of this right-hander?
Well, they're going to see some really good stuff. Cade Horton's got a very unique four-seam fastball, has a ton of glove side cut, so it'll be coming into a left-hander.
Works quickly, brings the pitch to Matt Olson, and he misses high.
And that fastball's usually around 95, 96, up to 98. Also has a turbo sinker and a really good sweeper. Mixes in a curve as well.
1-0 to Olson. Olson sends one deep down the right field line, but foul.
And he's a little bit unique in that the only pitch that he throws a lot to both lefties and righties is his four-seamer. You know, the lefties see much more of the changeup and the curveball. Righties more the sweeper and sinker after the four-seamer.
That's a deep bag of tricks for the rookie. Here's the 1-1. Olson swings and tips a fastball right into the mitt. Horton, 6'1", 211 pounds. The righty is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He's 24 years old, and he's making his 20th appearance, his 19th as a starter. Terrific numbers for this right-hander. 1-2 send foul. Altogether this year, Horton, a record of 9-4. He's posted a 2.92 ERA. And in his last outing, went 5 innings against the Rockies in Denver. Gave up just 2 runs on 6 hits, got a win. And he's coming off a stellar month of August. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Olson sends one foul into the seats of the upper deck along the third base line. If you look back on August alone, Cade Horton went 5-1 with a 1.20 ERA. He had 31 strikeouts and 30 innings pitched. And this didn't hurt his case either. He received 34 runs of support in his 6 starts. Basically the opposite of what we said for Shota Imanaga last night.
Yeah, his teammates were saving all those runs for him.
1-2 to Olson. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think we said Imanaga received 10 runs of support the entire month of August, and Horton received 34. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Olson. And Matt takes a changeup low. Count runs full. Horton facing the Braves for the first time in his career. Peers right over the top of his baby blue glove. Kicks and brings a 3-2 and a bouncer foul down the first base line. Well, he's hardly the first big name to come out of Norman High School. He grew up in Norman and went to Norman High School, the same school that produced our own Joe Simpson. And then just like Joe, Cade Horton played his college ball at Oklahoma. There's the 3-2 pitch. And Olsen sends another one foul. Pretty good little battle here between Horton and Olsen.
Yeah, Horton's shown a lot of cutters in on Matt's hands. It's a four-seamer, but it's got really sharp cutting action and then change-ups below the zone as well.
Wind up in the 3-2. And Olsen takes ball 4 low. Laid off a 3-2 curveball. So Matt's aboard. He had a walk in last night's game. He had a walk in game 1. So this is his 3rd walk of the series. That'll bring Ozzie to the plate, and Ozzie has thoroughly enjoyed the friendly confines, not just in this trip here for these 3 games, but in his career. He's plated lots of runners in this ballpark and had some big-time numbers altogether in this series. And Ozzie with a big chopper to second, glove by Horner, flips to Swanson for 1, over to first, and not in time. Ozzie beats it out. Swanson's throw just a little bit behind, and the fielder's choice keeps the inning alive for Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, I think the fumble in that whole deal was Horner's flip to Dansby. It was like a changeup instead of being a fastball, and so it's just a little bit slow. You could see Dansby was a little bit out of sync, expecting it to be a little firmer, and that allowed Ozzie to beat it out because he was hustling down the line.
So he's at first for Drake Baldwin. Now this is a battle here. A lot of folks feel like these two will be 1 and 2 in Rookie of the Year voting in the National League. First pitch to Baldwin, low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. If you're examining betting odds for such a thing, right now Drake Baldwin is the odds-on favorite. But right behind him, this right-hander Cade Horton. No score, top of the 1st. Horton brings it. Baldwin takes a ball outside. So the 2 favorites for NL Rookie of the Year squaring off. Horton, really a historic second half, is what's put him on the map and in the race. And Baldwin having a great season altogether. Pick off over to first base, back on the dive is Ozzie Albies. If Baldwin can reach, Ozuna would come to the plate. No score in the top of the 1st. Horton fires. And a strike. 97 on the outside corner.
Yeah, horse racing analogy would be Cade Horton is a fast finisher. You know, he's nipping at Drake's heels here towards the end of the season. With every good start he puts in the books, his odds get better.
There's the 2-1 pitch. And Drake with a fly ball to left field. To his left, Ian Happ throws up the glove and makes the catch 5 feet in front of the warning track. And that ends the top of the 1st inning. For the Braves, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. Half an inning in the books. Braves nothing.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
This is Buck Ballou reminding you to look for my podcast, Buck's Beat, twice a week on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you at Wrigley Field. It's a scoreless game into the bottom of the first inning. Nico Horner, Michael Busch, and Seiya Suzuki coming up with the Cubs. First pitch from Bryce Elder is in there for a called strike. Bryce Elder making his 24th start of the year, leading the team in innings pitched and batters faced. And in search of his 6th win of the year, he's 5-9 with a .585 ERA. A 1 from Elder. In the air towards center. Michael Harris over to his left. He's there. Makes the catch out in deep center field. 1 down as Horner's retired. Here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Ha-Sung Kim, the shortstop, and Nacho Alvarez is at third. Eli White for the second night in a row is in left field. Aforementioned Michael Harris just made that grab is in center. Ronald Acuna is in right field. The catcher is Drake Baldwin. And, of course, Bryce Elder on the mound, as we just mentioned. Bryce coming off a really good outing. His last start, that was at Philadelphia. First pitch, bunted foul by Michael Busch. Elder, 6'2", 220. Right-hander from Decatur, Texas, 26 years old. And Darren, it wasn't just that last outing he was good. His last 2 outings have been pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely. Bryce has been on a little run here since he made that adjustment to his slider. That happened back on August 14th. And since then, he's had 3 out of 4 really strong starts.
0-1 from Elder. And a swing and a miss by Busch. Good sinker there.
And those 3 good starts coming against really good lineups. 2 against the Mets, 1 against the Phillies. So, you know, not some light hitting club. Those are big league veteran lineups. So he's been really turning the corner here recently.
Looking to finish strong here in 2025. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way to Busch. Busch fouls one back. Well, it's certainly something positive. If he can keep that same momentum rolling to the finish line, that really gives him something to build on for next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Bryce made the All-Star team a couple years back, was an important part of this rotation.
0-2, check swing, topper foul by the Braves dugout.
And, of course, the litany of injuries to starting pitchers we had this season have forced him into duty. He's going to end up leading this staff in starts for 2025, and he wants to make himself part of the plans for 26.
0-2 pitch. Boy, where was that? Just missed with a changeup, aiming for that outside corner. Doesn't get the call from Malachi Moore. No score, bottom of the first inning. Righty-lefty matchup on the 1-2. Fanned him, swung on and missed at a fastball. Good job by Elder bearing that fastball into the left-handed batter. And that's our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout. And just like Bryce Elder, Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas plans. This difference is good. That's a very well-executed pitch.
It sure is. That was Bryce is known for his sinker. That's going to be the bulk of his fastballs. That at bat, he showed a couple of four-seamers at 95 miles an hour.
Seiya Suzuki takes a first pitch strike.
Which is, you know, about the high end of the limit I've ever seen Bryce throw it at. Last start against Philly, his velocity overall was up a full mile an hour.
0-1 is low, 1-1.
So you combine that extra velo and good movement, and we talked about that improved slider. He's feeling like a dangerous man now.
Numbers would back that up. So for the season, 5-9 with a .585 ERA. But like Darren mentioned, since he's made a few adjustments, he's been significantly better. 1-1 line shot taken on a bounce by Kim. He's got it cleanly, sends it over to first base. And there's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first composed by Bryce Elder. One of the books. We had at the top of the second. No score on the north side.
When you open a Corona.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing, When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on a radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app. No scoring to the top of the second here in Chicago. Folks, head to 680thefan.com/Diamond Days to register for your chance to be a Brave for a day on the field at Truist Park with Braves alums and Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Solomon Brothers is the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. For the Braves here in the top of the second, it'll be Ozuna, Harris, and Kim. Back to work, Cade Horton, and a called strike on Ozuna. Marcel 2 for 5 in the series. Both of those hits coming in last night's game. Had a really good battle in the ninth inning for a base hit against the Cubs closer Palencia. And he'll take a fastball high. Ball and a strike on Cade Horton. We mentioned that Horton went to Norman High School. He was a stud athlete there, not just baseball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ozuna sends one foul. In fact, when Cade Horton was in high school, he was a quarterback. He threw for over 3,000 yards and 26 touchdowns, and the plan for him was to play baseball at Oklahoma and walk onto the football team. 1-2 pitches low and outside. However, he had Tommy John surgery, and that ended any thoughts of playing on the gridiron for the Sooners. But he turned in a terrific collegiate career, took Oklahoma all the way to the National Championship Series, where they were defeated by the Ole Miss Rebels. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Ozuna sends one foul. As my partner laughs at me, knowing I was going to get that in.
Had to sneak that in there, didn't you?
He was really good. In fact, he pitched the clinching game, and Oklahoma lost, but he set a title game record with 13 strikeouts in that game.
Yeah, that's getting it done.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ozuna swings and misses over the top of a changeup. Second strikeout for Cade Horton, and one down here in the second.
Well, that doesn't fit the scouting report I gave you in the first inning, that right-on-right changeup. And I actually did read an article. That's a pitch that he's added to his repertoire this year. He learned it last year in AAA, and he had one start earlier in the year against the Marlins that he just figured out it was a good pitch now. And it's really taken his game to a new level.
One out for Michael Harris, and a ball high and outside.
You know, modern game, we're not afraid to call up these young guys, and it's like Spencer Schwellenbach last year, learning on the fly, adding new pitches to his repertoire.
1-0, fly ball towards left, slicing foul and out of play. It's a good comparison.
Yeah, it really is. You know, same kind of arm talent, you know, upper 90s fastball, you know, pitched in Nebraska and Oklahoma. So there are a lot of similarities there, and they're both taking the league by storm as well.
1-1 to Harris. Michael takes a called strike. By the way, Braves looking for a base runner because it's the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Introduce you to our contestant tonight after the 1-2 pitch to Michael Harris. Here it is from Horton. And a bouncer up the first base line that hops right over the bag fair. Gloved by Bush, steps on the bag, 2 down. Well, hit the Braves still a base here in the second inning. Our contestant, Faye Kelly, will win $450 in free marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. So, Faye, we're pulling for you, but 2 up and 2 down. We need a base runner and a steal pretty soon. That's in the hands of Ha-Sung Kim. There's a called strike on Kim. No score in the second. Here comes Horton's 0-1. Ball a little bit low and outside. We mentioned that Horton, since the break, has been on another level. And if you track his numbers back to the All-Star break, since then, he's gone 6-1 with a sub-1 ERA. Kim fouls one back. In fact, he's given up just 4 runs And now 43 2/3 innings since the All-Star break, and opponents are batting 164 against him. All that out of a rookie.
Yeah. This is big-time stuff, and you just don't see four-seam fastballs that cut at this velocity very often.
1-2 to Kim. Check swing. Didn't go after that sweeper up and in. 2-2.
So it's just such a unique pitch that these hitters don't get a lot of practice of that pitch. So you see a lot of little tipped fly balls, very high angle.
2-2 popped up. Maybe playable. Reese McGuire, the catcher, under it, and makes the catch on the grass right behind the batter's circle. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the second. We go to the bottom of the inning, no score.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Are you ready to take a swing at base balderdash? Today's phrase is nubber.
Home of the Braves. Before we dive into the action in the bottom of the second, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Ian Happ takes a called strike, and we're underway in the bottom of the second. Great to have you with us tonight, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Wrigley. Final game of the series. There's a little flare down the left field line. Eli White sprinting there, can't get there. And he comes up looking to throw to second. He throws to first now, and he throws it by Matt Olson, and that goes into the Braves dugout. Well, they had Happ hold up at first base. He took a big turn around first base. Eli was holding the ball to see where he's going to go and ready to throw him out at second, but he was so far off the bag that once he started to go back to first base, Eli cut it loose to first. And the bad throw whizzes by Olson and into the dugout for an error. So he ends up at third base. Sure, Eli's kicking himself and maybe even cussing himself after that throw. So now the infield comes in. First pitch, a called strike on Carlos Santana. Santana, the 39-year-old veteran. He's their DH tonight. And he's got a chance to drive in the first run of the game. By the way, it's a single and an E7. There's a ball low and inside.
Yeah, that's just the case of trying to do too much. You know, trying too hard to make a play. It's just not an advisable throw. Nobody's over there backing it up, just in case you do make a bad throw.
1-1 pitch. Low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Well, the last thing you want to give any major league team is extra outs, but especially this one.
Yeah. Yeah, with man at first, Bryce Elder, elite ground ball rate. You know, that double play is in order. Man at third, no outs. The assignment is significantly harder.
Right-hander set right at the tomahawk, and the 2-1 pitch. Lunge and a miss. Good-looking changeup. That one pumped the brakes as it approached the plate. Had Santana way out in front. So a 2-2 count. Santana 0 for 1 in the series. We saw him pinch hit in game 1. Had a ground out to short. Lead at third for Ian Happ. And the 2-2. Liner out to first, taken on one bounce. Olsen looks back. Happ steps on the bag. 1 down. That was on him very quickly.
As well as Matt Olson throws over there at first base, that's probably a double play. We don't have that throwing error out there and left. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, but Matt's a vacuum over there at first, and a great throw.
Infield stays in for Dansby Swanson. Swanson 1 for 5 in this series. The one was a double. That was in game 1. He's hitting .249 for the year. Swings and misses at a first pitch slider. Breeze still blowing out. First time in the series that it's been blowing out. We've seen it coming in over the right field wall in the first 2 games of the series. Not howling out, but it's pretty steady that way. 0-1 pitch, popped up. That should reach the seats along the first base line. And that's out of play about 5 rows deep. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, that's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. No score, bottom of the second for Dansby Swanson. He's batting with 1 out and a runner at third base. Elder said right at the letters. Plants to third, 0-2. Missed a little bit low with the sinker. That's a pretty good 0-2 pitch, though.
It sure is. A lot of action on that. Straight down. That's a tough pitch on a righty, especially 0-2.
See where Bryce wants to go here. Looking in at his target. Kicks and fires. In tight, went up and in with a changeup. For Elder, he's trying to beat the Cubs for the first time in his career. This is his 3rd career start versus the Cubs. He's 0-1 with an 11.25 ERA. And both of his career starts prior to tonight versus this franchise were in his All-Star season of 2023. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, smothered back there by Drake Baldwin. For Elder, he's making his 2nd start here, and the first one was a nightmare for him. 4 1/3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 7 hits. Walked 3, struck out 3, took a loss. Count is run full. 3-2. And a called 3rd strike. Swanson thought that it was ball 4. He had tossed the bat. Malachi Moore watched it a beat longer than normal and then raised up and rung him up. That's a huge strikeout. That could change the fate of the inning.
That is a beautiful pitch. Pretty enough to paint a picture of that one. That's the pitch we were talking about, 0-2, where he was trying to backdoor that sinker on Dansby. And boy, he put it right in the coffee cup at the bottom corner of the zone there for strike 3.
Well, now he's got to get Willie Castro, left-handed batter. First pitch missed outside. 1 ball and no strikes. We saw Castro enter the game last night for Kyle Tucker. And Tucker came out with some calf issues, some soreness in the calf, and he's not in there tonight. 1-0 pitch, chase at a miss at a changeup. And the count level, 1 ball and 1 strike. Officially left calf tightness is what they told us for Kyle Tucker. All right, so a 1-1 count. The pitch on the way to Castro. Lifted foul. And now Bryce is 1 pitch away from guiding his way through trouble here in the 2nd inning. Inning started with a single and an E7 that put Ian Happ at third base. He was down there with no one out, but since then a ground out to first and a strikeout. And now 1-2 on Willie Castro, who's a .229 hitter. He's 0 for 1 in this series. Pitch on the way, low and inside, and a 2-2 count. Well, this would really show some poise if Bryce could find a way to get Castro, leave that runner stranded at third. He wants a brand new ball, gets a brand new pearl thrown his way by Drake Baldwin. Elder straightens. 2-2 to the plate. In the dirt, knocked down by Baldwin, rolled to his right up the first baseline, but not near far enough for Happ to think about coming to the plate.
Yeah, really good block there by Drake. It's so nice as a pitcher to be able to trust your catcher with a man on third that you have the liberty to spike a breaking ball, to try to get that swing and a miss and know that your catcher is going to block it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Right-hander set right at the letters. 3-2 to the plate. Lifted in the air to right field. Coming along, Acuna can't get there. Plays it on a bounce. It's 1-0 Cubs. That bounced right in front of Ronald. He was going to his left and slightly angled towards the foul line. And it looked like he might get there, but at the last second, pulled up, played it on a bounce, and an RBI single for Willie Castro.
Yeah, it looked like a tough read out there for Ronald. I don't know if he lost the ball, but it was a slow read. And we've seen a couple times on this road trip that he's pulled up on balls that he could have made an effort at, and other times we see him running like a wild horse out there.
First pitch low and outside to Matt Shaw.
But, that's one, if you hit that to Ronald 10 times, he's going to catch it 7 or 8 of those.
Mm-hmm. Well, you just hate that he didn't, given the fact that there's the runner at third base. In order to try to make his way through the inning, instead it leads to a run. Pick off over to first, and back in is Willie Castro. So 1-0 Cubs. Matt Shaw has been swinging a good bat in the series. He's 2 for 5 in the series. 23-year-old rookie. There's a called strike. Got a sinker over. Shaw, 5'11", 200 pounds, former Big Ten Player of the Year. And one of the top prospects for the Cubs upon his promotion to the big leagues. 1-1 pitch. Bounce foul. In between the Cubs dugout, their third base coach, Quentin Berry. Jose Javier, their first base coach, on the other side. Wind picks up a little bit, still out to right field. Tarp is on the field most of the afternoon, and they finally peel the tarp about 6 o'clock local time. 1-2 is low. Missed with a sinker.
I just saw an interesting moment there, Ben. Willie Castro keeps fake breaking like he's going to steal second base. And when you mentioned Quentin Berry's name, I watched him. He's coaching Willie Castro at first base, telling him to relax. If you feel like you can go. So there's coaching going on during the game.
There he goes. 2-2 is high. Throw down by Drake Baldwin. Close play. Not in time. Ozzie immediately pointed to the Braves dugout to look at it. It was a headfirst slide by Willie Castro and a good throw by Drake Baldwin.
That was right on the money by Drake.
No review. So it'll be a stolen base for Willie Castro. Castro's 10th steal in a dozen tries. So he's in scoring position for Matt Shaw. And a 3-2 count once again. Payoff from Bryce. That'll work. Swung on and missed over the top of a sinker. And that ends the bottom of the second. But a run, 2 hits, an error, and a man left. We've played 2. We go to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Cubs.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
It's a 1-0 lead for the Cubs into the top of the third inning. Braves looking to strike back with Eli White, Nacho Alvarez, and Ronald Acuna. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Don't you know that Eli White is motivated after that error in the bottom of last inning? Eli takes a first pitch strike. He belted a home run halfway up the bleachers last night. It was his 8th of the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. White sends one foul. It rattles around in the camera well this side of the Cubs dugout. And an 0-2 count on Eli. Braves have gone 3-6 on this road trip, even though they've outscored their opponents by 1 run to this point. There's the 0-2 pitch. And White swings and misses. That's a nasty sweeper. Strikeout number 3 for Cade Horton.
Yeah, we've seen a few really awkward swings in that sweeper. Ronald and Ozuna and now Eli. He does something really advanced in pitching. It's called spin mirroring. Basically, to boil it down, he makes all of his pitches look the same. They all spin very similar from a batter's perspective, so it's hard to pick up what you're getting.
Nacho Alvarez rounds out the bottom of the Braves order, takes the ball high. Well, we'll see how things go with Horton tonight. He's about to start his second trip to the order. There's the 1-0 pitch. Alvarez takes a ball inside. Maybe the one thing that the Cubs would like a little bit more of for Horton is to go a little bit deeper in games. Now, of course, they control that, and they're watching his pitch count and his innings. There's the 2-0 pitch. And Alvarez with a high towering fly ball. Not an easy night to look up and find it. Drifting back to second baseman Horner. He sees it. Makes the catch in right center. Willie Castro had no idea where that thing was. He was just praying somebody else would come along and make the squeeze, and for him, his second baseman did. But finishing that thought on Horton, he's surpassed 90 pitches just twice in 19 outings with the Cubs. So you might look at his numbers and say, boy, you get to the postseason, he might be their number 1. We'll see if that comes into effect when it comes to making their plans. Ronald Acuna with a check swing in for a strike 0-1.
From what I understand, they're just trying to protect him. They're trying to not let him throw too many innings, to go too far over what he threw last year.
0-1 to Acuna. Acuna gets into one, deep center field. Castro to the warning track, circles off his route, makes the catch, and then goes into the ivy of the right center field wall. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the inning, 1-0 Cubs.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks Coffee.
CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Van app now. 1-0 Cubs into the bottom of the third inning. Going to be McGuire, Horner, and Bush. Great to have you with us tonight on the Braves Radio Network alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Bryce Elder goes back to work. First pitch swinging and fouled back by Reese McGuire. 0-1. Here in Chicago, they're still mourning, understandably, the loss of an all-time Cubs icon. Ryan Sandberg passed away the end of July at the age of 65. Hall of Famer and legendary Cubs player. There's a bunt popped up down the third base line, playing on a bounce now. Nacho off-balance throws far too late. And Reese McGuire bunts for a base hit, taking advantage of all that real estate left open down the third base line.
Yeah, we've seen that a number of times in this series. And, you know, from a fan's perspective, a lot of times when they see that big shift, they say, well, why don't you just bunt? They're giving you a free single. It's not easy to do, because a lot of these guys aren't great bunters, and McGuire popped that up. It wasn't even a great bunt, but yeah, so much real estate, he got a knock out of it.
Time called by Nico Horner before he climbs in. He'll request his timeout. Horner, a .290 hitter, and he's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field in this game. 1-0 Cubs, bottom of the third. Elder goes to work. There's a ball low. Finishing that thought on Ryan Sandberg, and of course he has a statue down the left field line outside the ballpark. But the Cubs, since his passing in July, wearing a commemorative patch to honor the memory of the Hall of Famer Ryan Sandberg. That's on the sleeves of all the Cubs uniforms. 1-0 pitch on the inside corner. 16 years in the big leagues for Sandberg, all but one with the Cubs, and a 10-time All-Star. A bunch of gold gloves, had 9 of them, and also an MVP award. There's the 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. And what really resonated with me, the other night we're out in Chicago after the day game, and a group of baseball fans that we were with who have come up for the series, we're all chatting about the two franchises. 2-1, a swing and a miss by Nico Horner, and a 2-2 count. And the quote was made that Ryan Sandberg means, what he means to the Cub fans is what Dale Murphy means to Braves country. I thought that was a terrific comparison.
Yeah, that is spot on.
2-2, softly tapped out to second. Going to be a tough play. Ozzie to his left, gloves and fires and gets Horner. That's a good play by Ozzie Albies. Down to second base for Reese McGuire with a 1 down.
Yeah, speaking for myself, a lot of afternoons of my childhood were spent watching Ryan Sandberg play. So I loved flipping on that TV and watching the Cubs play, and Sandberg and Andre Dawson were 2 of my favorites to watch.
I'll tell you something that really jumped off the page to me, and I'm sure there are lots of people out there listening who do the same thing. There's Michael Bush. Bush takes a ball low. I love going to Baseball Reference and just finding a random, most of the time, Hall of Fame player, and just looking over their statistics year by year and see what jumps out. And the one that really jumped out to me for Sandberg, there's the pitch on the way to Michael Bush. And Bush with a ground ball to first base to his left. Olsen's there, underhand toss. Elder makes his way to the bag. And 2 down in the inning after the 3-1 putout, and over to third base for Reese McGuire. But Sandberg, who won the MVP in 1984, that season he hit 19 homers. He hit 19 triples that year.
What?
He had as many triples as home runs that MVP campaign of 84.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge outlier. Wrigley does provide a lot of triples. With these weird angles in the outfield, you can take that third base.
2 down for Suzuki. Takes the ball out outside. Oh, yeah, we've seen it in this series for Matt Olson.
Yeah. A lot of tricky hops out there and the ivy to deal with.
Yeah, good point. One 1-0 from Elder. Called strike. Good sinker. Elder closing in on 50 pitches for the game. This next pitch will be number 48. 1-0 Cubs. 1-1 pitch. Called strike. That sinker's terrific tonight.
Nasty. Yeah, he's thrown it away to the righty. It's a ball the whole way until the very end. It's a strike, and that's when Bryce has that pitch, and I'm watching him as an analyst, I think, okay, he's got a chance to be really good today.
1-2 pitch. A little bit low of the changeup.
Because for a lot of guys that do throw that sinker that moves quite a bit, that's the hardest pitch to execute. Because if you miss arm side, you're missing in the middle of the plate. So it's a fine line to walk out there.
2-2. Fouled off. Went up and away with a fastball. 95 from Elder. He's got some fuel in the tank tonight, I'd say.
He does. All of his pitches are a mile an hour up. He's got extra ride on his four-seamer, extra sink on his sinker with the sliders diving out of the zone. So he's got all the tools in his toolbox tonight.
Reese McGuire, the runner at third base. Elder's 2-2. Low it inside with a sinker. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day at Georgia Power. We know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Count runs full on Suzuki, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Elder spins it up there. On a fly ball to deep right field. Ronald Acuna over to his left. Drifting back, edge of the warning track, makes an over-the-shoulder catch, and there's the third out. So they strand McGuire at third. We go to the top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Cubs.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Oh, the big hits.
It's a 1-0 lead for the Cubs. Northside Hospital for a healthy future together. Look to Northside. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you under the lights at Wrigley. It'll be Olsen, Albies, and Baldwin for the Braves. 2, 3, and 4 in the order versus this rookie right-hander, Cade Horton. He wears number 22 on his back. And his first pitch on the way to Matt Olsen. Matt swings and fouls one back. Olsen walked back in the first inning. He and Ozzie, who reached on a fielder's choice, are the only two Braves to reach versus Cade Horton. Braves don't have a hit yet. Olsen takes a high strike. That fastball, 96 from Horton. We mentioned that Elder's got all the tools in his tool chest tonight. Same would be said of Horton. 0-2. Getting a piece of that sweeper as Olsen fouls it off. Still 0-2.
You know, we were talking about comparisons to Spencer Schwellenbach last season, and I remember when Spencer came up, there was a lot of contact, not a lot of strikeouts, and then about 3 or 4 months into his career, he started piling up those strikeouts, and I think that same thing is going to happen with Horton.
0-2 low and outside.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't start tonight, but with the kind of stuff we're seeing, I would expect more than 80-something strikeouts in 100 innings.
Yes.
It's big-time stuff.
1-2 to Olsen. Missed time with a fastball, 2-2.
And the foundation is out is being able to execute that put away. And that's what Spencer got so much better as the year went on last season.
2-2 to Olsen. Then over for a called third strike. Hit the outside corner with a fastball. Well, in the case of Schwellenbach, among other things that were so incredibly impressive with him, it's like every 5 days he went out there, it was a new discovery. Just kept digging and kept finding new treasure, basically. Yeah. And if that's the mold that Horton is kind of in and really following that same path, he's going to continue to discover a lot more about his game, and that's certainly what's happened, at least the numbers would say so, since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Called strike on Ozzie, 0-1. Horton's 0-1. And he misses high, 1-1. And it was so much fun, and will continue to be, every 5 days to watch Schwellenbach. But that was the best thing. It's like, what's he going to figure out now? What's the new thing he's going to tap into that he's going to be great at? Check swing, and he did go 1-2.
Yeah, that's and not everybody has that aptitude to be able to do that. What made it so impressive is Spencer was learning at the highest level in the world, the best hitters in the world in the box, and he's learning every time he's out there.
1-2 to Albies, pulled foul right behind the heels of first base coach Tom Goodwin.
You know, the most common thing you hear is, I'm going to work on it at spring training. You know, when the results don't matter nearly as much, you go to spring, you try out your new pitch grip, you move on the mound, whatever it is. He's doing it in big league games that really matter.
1-2 to Ozzie, a little bit high and off the plate. Two-two pitch. Ozzie a check swing, and he went after that changeup, couldn't hold back. And there's strike on number 4 for Cade Horton. Correction, strikeout number 5 for Cade Horton. 2 this inning. So 2 away for Drake Baldwin. Braves in search of their first hit. 1-0 Cubs in the top of the 4th. Baldwin flying out to left earlier. Takes the ball low and inside. We mentioned that Horton is out of Oklahoma. He was the 7th overall pick in the 2022 draft. Baldwin sends one foul into the upper deck deep down the left field line. Home plate umpire Malachi Moore gets 4 brand new baseballs from the Cubs dugout. 1-1 on Baldwin. Drake 2 for 5 in the series. 1-1 pitch laced out to a diving Dansby Swanson, who just completely robbed Drake Baldwin. Swanson diving to his right and saving that one from ending up in left field. Drake can't believe it, neither can the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Cubs.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you.
Tampa, take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just...
While you work, lock in Cellini and Domino every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
1-0 Cubs, bottom of the fourth inning. The only man to score tonight is at the plate, Ian Happ. He scored an unearned run back in the second inning. Takes a first pitch strike from Bryce Elder. And he leads it off with a Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if Bryce and the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, that'll save you tomorrow at Tidal Wave. Big chopper up the first base line. That'll stay fair. Taken on a series of bounces by Olsen. Puts his right foot on the bag. One down. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their best watch membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you from the Visitors Radio booth here at Wrigley Field. This ballpark, 111 years old. There's a pitch on the way to Carlos Santana. And there's a called strike. You come here, there's so much history you can dive into and mix into your broadcast. But there's a really good one today for this day in baseball history involving Wrigley Field. 0-1 to Santana, a little bit low on inside. And it involves one of our favorite Braves of all time, although he wasn't a Brave at the time. 1-1 on Santana. Here it is from Elder. A little bit low and outside. You go back to September the 2nd, 1986. The Cubs were hosting the Astros. Jamie Moyer was starting the game for the Cubs. Nolan Ryan was on the mound for the Astros. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Santana with a towering fly ball to deep right field. Acuna backpedaling to the warning track. That continues to carry, and a leap in the air, and Ronald has it right in front of the bullpen door. Well, we mentioned the breeze has been blowing out to right, and the good news is, while it's still blowing that way, Darren, not quite as fierce as it was earlier.
Yeah, it's that was a close one there. The official forecast is winds out of the west-northwest at 10 to 12 miles an hour with gusts to 23. So, you know, the wind is always a factor here at Wrigley, whether for the favoring the pitchers or the hitters.
Without that leap, that would have banged off the bullpen door in right field. Swanson with a fly ball to center. Michael Harris to his left, casually waiting on it. He's got it, and that'll put down the Cubs 1-2-3 in the fourth. We'll pick up the story when we go to the top of the fifth. 1-0 Cubs.
Hey fans, Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. You know it's a tradition.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off the best wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. And that's in for a strike. Visit TidalWaveAutospot.com/Braves for more information. Ozuna, Harris, and Kim for the Braves. You're in the top of the fifth. Cade Horton has hypnotized the Braves to this point. Miss with the ball 0-1-1. So we were telling you about this day in baseball history, 1986. We actually started the story with September the 2nd, a day prior that same year. 1-1 pitch, and Ozuna takes a called strike. Mentioned it was the Cubs and Astros on September the 2nd of 86. Nolan Ryan versus Jamie Moyer. And in those days, there were no lights at Wrigley Field. That was 2 years before they installed lights here. 1-2 pitch, Ozuna fouls one back. So as fate would have it, the game goes extras, deep into extra innings. They played into the 16th and had to stop the game due to darkness. And they resumed the next day. Well, the action picked up. They went to the 17th inning here at Wrigley. And the Cubs needed a pinch runner. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball inside, 2-2 on Ozuna. And the Cubs didn't have many options left, as you'd imagine, 17th inning. So they had a man on the bench who had never played in a big league game. He was called up, and he was still looking to make his debut. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna with a little tapper foul. Do it again with a 2-2 count. So the Cubs send in this rookie to go pinch run. He runs in the inning. And, oh, by the way, he's a pitcher. And he comes on to pitch the next inning. He ended up taking the loss that day, but he made his debut, and his name was Greg Maddux. And that was this day at Wrigley Field in 1986. Made his debut as a pinch runner. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ozuna sends one foul.
That's some good trivia. And quite a debut to remember. Probably try to forget the loss part, but yeah, that's cool.
That's a great story. And just thinking of all the Hall of Famers who are in that game. As I mentioned, Nolan Ryan. There's a ball low. You just never know who you're really laying eyes on when a young man is making his debut. You have no idea what's to come over the next 10, 20 years. 3-2 to Ozuna. Ozuna belts one deep down the left field line, but hooking foul. That's actually out of the ballpark, over the seats and onto the street. To Ozuna. And a bouncer out to third, charging Shaw, scoops to the edge of the grass, transfers and fires and gets the out.
Yeah, Ben, one of the few regrets I had about my playing career, maybe a few mustaches I wore, but besides that, was that I never got to run the bases. And oddly enough, when I was playing, I would frequently have dreams about running the bases. And I don't know, I'm not here for us to analyze me, but yeah, I'd wake up and feel like I was rounding second, heading to third.
Of all the things to dream about,
yeah.
A former pitcher. Michael Harris takes a called strike.
I never got to flip my helmet off, going around first base, easing into second with a stand-up double.
0-1 to Harris, pulled foul down the right field line.
So Greg Maddux checked that off day one of his career.
Day one before he even stepped on the mound.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what's funny about that. I got to find some old footage of that game and just seeing how this place has changed over the years, how it's been transformed. Really is amazing. 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, 1-2. And the same tip of the cap that you give to the Red Sox for what they've done with Fenway, for modernizing an older than 100-year-old ballpark, they've done here, and they've done such a marvelous job with this place. 1-2 to Harris. In the air to center field in line with Willie Castro. He backpedals suddenly, makes the catch. I don't think Willie had a good read on that off the bat. He started in, then going back, and made up for it. And 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
This is an odd question, and I don't expect you to have the answer. Do you think there's ever been a home run robbery here at Wrigley?
I don't see how you could do it.
There's these fences that come out, on the top of the outfield wall.
On the basket, of course, at the top.
Yeah.
First pitch, a called strike. As Horton brings one in there to Kim.
Just another unique aspect to this special place in all of baseball.
Kim takes a called strike. The wall height along the outfield here at Wrigley is 11.5 feet. And then, of course, it's got that basket It extends out and up. You'd need Kevin Durant out there just to give it a shot. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It bounces up there, 1-2. It's 1-0 Cubs. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Braves have gone hitless to this point. Kim had 2 hits last night. And the 1-2. And Kim with a pop-up towards foul territory. That'll leave the field of play. That becomes a souvenir down in the lower bowl of the stadium, about 20 rows back of the Cubs dugout. One-two to Ha-Seong Kim. He swings and misses. Caught nothing but the breeze against that fastball. Strikeout number 6 for Cade Horton. It's a 1-2-3 inning for him. And he's pieced together 5 no-hit innings here at Wrigley. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line.
Baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
1-0 Cubs into the bottom of the 5th inning. Right center will be facing Willie Castro, Matt Shaw, and Reese McGuire. Elder going back to work. First pitch on the way. A little bit low and outside. Elder at 60 pitches for the game. And his stuff has been very good this evening. 3 strikeouts, no walks. Little looper out to short, caught out of the air, shoulder high by Ha-Seong Kim, 1 down. Did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? I bet you did. It's also made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Wind blowing out to right field here at Wrigley. 1 out for Matt Shaw. Shaw takes a first pitch strike. And strikeout of Shaw in the 2nd inning. The last strikeout for Elder. Shaw shows bunt, puts 1 foul down the third base line. Elder knocking some of the mud from the bottom of his spikes. Using that mat on the back of the mound. Meanwhile, Shaw takes his time walking back up to the plate. Walks back behind the combo of Drake Baldwin and home plate umpire Malachi Moore. It's turned into a nice night here in Chicago. It was in doubt earlier today. 0-2 pitch and foul. Drizzling rain kind of on and off all day long here in Chicago. Overcast skies. Breezy. And like we mentioned, when we got to the ballpark this afternoon, Tarp was on the field and was on the field till about 6 o'clock Central Time. That front has moved on through, pushing its way east. And good to go tonight. Elder's 0-2. And a little flare into center down for a base hit. Turned around a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Just dunked it out there in front of Michael Harris. One out single for Matt Shaw.
So that was a four-seam fastball to a righty. I don't recall Bryce throwing maybe less than 5 of those this year. And it seems like today him and Drake Baldwin are kind of pushing his repertoire. He's throwing a lot more changeups, a lot more four-seamers. He's got a nice sinker and a nice slider going. So they're really kind of exploring the space here tonight.
Yeah, I like that. Reese McGuire, the batter, pick off over to first base. Matt Shaw. Oh, it's been working. You look back on the 4th inning. What was it, 7 pitches that inning?
Yeah, got him right back on track on that pitch count. Had to spend some bullets in the 2nd inning getting out of, attempting to get out of that jam created by the throwing error and left.
1-0 Cubs, bottom of the 5th. Pitch to McGuire, fouled back. Reese McGuire batting .224 on the year. First time we've seen him in this series. Left-handed hitting catcher, Reese McGuire. Waiting on the 0-1 from Elder. Righty spins it up there, misses a little bit low. McGuire, 30 years old. He's from Seattle, Washington. He was going to play collegiately at the University of San Diego. But he forewent that, wanted to go play professionally. 1-1 pitch, runner goes, pitches a ball. Throw down to second, looks like they got him. They do. Right on the money by Drake Baldwin to cut down Matt Shaw. He popped up, sent a strike all the way down to second base. And a good tag by Ha-Sung Kim as he hung in there. Cubs do not want to review this.
Yeah, we talked about this series. This Cubs team loves to run 3rd in the major leagues in stolen bases. And they've been trying to pick on Drake Baldwin. Drake gets a little revenge there. He got a good pitch to throw on, a fastball over in the right-handed batter's box so he could make some space and deliver an accurate throw. And a great tag by Kim, too. It was pretty hectic there at the bag at second base.
2-1 to McGuire. He swings and misses, 2-2. Baseball runs in the McGuire family. His grandfather, Jack, was also a catcher. And he played at Duke and was on their 1952 College World Series team. Swing and a miss there. And a slider for strike 3. And Bryce Elder, after getting that caught stealing, strikes out McGuire. And that ends the bottom of the 5th. Got ourselves a pitcher's duel between Elder and Horton. We go to the top of the 6th.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The Gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Guess which baseball player or manager is at the plate.
Just trying to stay on that pitch, and once I took the changeup, 2-1.
Top of the sixth, Cubs lead the Braves 1-0. Braves, goose eggs all over the scoreboard. Haven't even gotten a hit yet off Cubs starter Cade Horton, but because he's pushing his innings limit for the season, he's out of the game after 5 no-hit innings. On to relieve him, the right-hander Ben Brown, the 25-year-old. He's a big boy, 6'6", 210. Got a big fastball to go with that. Big body, 96, 97 with that four-seamer.
Greeted by Eli White. He takes the ball high. Well, for the Braves, I think that's a pretty good move for the Cubs to make, because they had no luck versus Cade Horton. 1-0 bounced up there, 2-0. Yeah, no luck to be had versus Horton. We'll try it against somebody else. By the way, it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. I'll tell you about our contestant after this next pitch to Eli. 2-0 pitch, low and outside, 3-0. The Braves hit a home run here in the 6th inning. Our contestant, Derek Wheeler in Lawrenceville, Georgia, will win $1,750. See if he's got a 3-0 green light. He does not. Takes a called strike. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Pulling for Derek Wheeler. The ball's popped back our way. And down into the seats below. Three and 2 on Eli White. He's over 1 with a strikeout. Three-2. Hanging alive, sending one foul onto the rooftop.
Yeah, what an outing by Horton. I'm just thinking about, he's probably having a good night tonight. I don't know that I've seen 10 or 15 pitchers better than him this season. I mean, that is good stuff. You're going to hear that name a lot in the coming years.
Stuff galore. 3-2, a swing and a miss over the top of a curveball. One down here in the 6th inning after the strikeout of Eli White.
Yeah, and he started commanding it his last 2 innings. So you put stuff, that kind of stuff with command and being able to put it where you want it. You'll be hearing his name a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight vote for the NL Rookie of the Year. You think about Horton, obviously Drake Baldwin, Isaac Collins with Milwaukee. There's the ball low and outside. Brewers would say we got a couple of guys that ought to get some consideration. And Drake has been just outstanding. I mean, the clutch numbers that Drake has put up this year, to me, is the separator. But what I saw out of Horton tonight, he's terrific. There's the ball up and in.
And if he wasn't bumping up against his innings limit, and he throws a no-hitter, now he's got his signature moment for Rookie of the Year. And that's bad news for Drake.
2-0 pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes on Nacho Alvarez. It's a 1-0 lead for the Cubs. They scored an unearned run in the bottom of the 2nd. Single by Willie Castro scored Ian Happ. 3-0 over for a strike, 3-1. Nacho Alvarez 0 for 1 tonight, 2 for 6 in the series. 3-1 is high. There's a 1-out walk. Braves have their first base runner since the 1st inning. And before we go back to the top of the order to Ronald Acuna, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
1 down for Ronald Acuna, who's 0 for 2. Ronald a check swing. The appeal didn't go. Reese McGuire, the catcher, immediately pointed down to first base umpire Austin Jones to get him to take a peek at it. And Ronald was so sure that he didn't swing that he pointed too. So that's right. Ask him. I didn't go. 1-0, huge hack and a miss. He went that time, missed the curveball. This right-hander, Ben Brown, long blonde hair coming out of the back of his blue cap, down to the base of his neck. 1-1 from the righty. Ball outside to Acuna, 2-1. Cubs into their bullpen now. An interesting note with one of their relievers. It took place on their last road trip. 2-1 to Acuna. Huge violet swing and a miss at a curveball. 2-2. As we mentioned the other night, the Cubs coming home for this series with the Braves. They're coming off a 3-city West Coast road trip. They play the Angels, Giants, and Rockies on the last road trip. And something took place in that Rockies series that had not taken place yet for the Cubs. Here's the 2-2. And Acuna swings and sends one foul. In their final game of that Rockies series, which was Sunday, they had Porter Hodge on the mound, and he committed a balk. And it was the first balk of the season by a Cubs pitcher, and up until that point, they had been the only team in the big leagues without a balk committed. They had their first the other day. Here comes the 2-2. In the dirt, bouncing by McGuire and back to the bricks. Down to second base for Nacho Alvarez on the wild pitch. Braves have a runner in scoring position. Now a base hit could tie the game. To Ronald. Big swing and a miss at a curveball. Well, he was living inside with that curve versus Ronald and gets him to swing and miss.
Yeah, all three of his swings and misses on that at bat came on that knuckle curve from Ben Brown. Ronald's not picking it up. He's just scuffling a little bit. He's not seeing the ball. He's second guessing himself in the box. Give him time, he'll get it right.
Bat in the hands of Matt Olson. Need a clutch 2-out base hit to tie the game. Olson takes a strike on the outside corner. Still pulling for our contestant, Derek Wheeler, in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Home run would give the Braves the lead. 0-1 to Olson. Big swing and a miss. Got a piece of that fastball and tipped it in and out of the mid of McGuire, but 0-2 nevertheless. Olson, a deep breath, climbs back in. Holds the bat right out in front of the letters of his uniform. Now slightly raises them. Nacho a lead at second. 0-2 high and outside. One nothing Cubs. Top of the sixth. And this opportunity right here, the best by far the Braves have had all night. 1-2 low and in. Good eye. Breeze has really picked up. It's kind of a crosswind now, blowing right into that right field corner. Two got him looking strike three. A changeup dodged the outside corner. And the dejected Braves walk off the field. They'll be getting ready to go back out for the bottom of the inning. But they see that opportunity come and go without a run scored. We go to the.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Different by design. Hey, Braves fans, this is Chuck Oliver. You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
A lot of crafty pitching to this point in the game. It's a 1-0 lead for the Cubs as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order for Chicago. And Nico Horner takes the ball outside. Great to have you with us tonight alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you on a windy night in Chicago. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball high. 2 balls and no strikes. Elder looking frustrated as that kind of sailed on him. About a 2-0 count on Horner, who's 0 for 2 of the flyout and a ground out. It's 2-0. That's more like it. In there with a sinker. 73 pitches for Elder. Giving up 1 unearned run to this point. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Fouled off by Horner. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. 1-0 Cubs. We'll check some other scores around the league as we progress here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2, outstanding sinker. He gets Horner looking for strike 3. That sinker's been changing lanes tonight. It's not even using his blinker.
That thing is late and it is sharp. I mean, that is so hard as a right-handed hitter, especially a guy like Horner that prides himself on strike zone discipline. He sees that as a ball the whole way and just can't pull the trigger on a beautiful pitch there.
5th strikeout for Elder. Here's Michael Bush. Bush takes the ball low and outside. If you're a right-handed batter, outside of looking at it, I don't know what else you're supposed to do.
Emergency swing, foul it off, maybe.
I mean, if you can do that, what a hitter you are. That'll be bounced foul down the first base line. I know these guys are the best in the world. But to pull the emergency cord on that one and spoil it, that really takes some quick hands.
Yeah. So the more selective the hitter is, usually you want to try, you can get more looking strikeouts if you start it out as a ball and it ends up as a strike. So they'll take a lot more looking Ks.
1-1 fouled off, 1-2.
Aggressive hitter like Michael Harris, you're going to want to start it as a strike and take it to a ball because you know that he will swing if it's near the strike zone. So you don't want to lay anything in there if you don't have to.
It's all about knowing that hitter, isn't it?
Yep, exactly. Doing your homework, knowing your scouting report.
1-2 pitch, and he barely gets a piece of the changeup to hang alive. Final scores tonight: Orioles have defeated the Padres 7-5, and the Diamondbacks blanked the Rangers 2-0. Tigers got a victory over the Mets today, 6-2 in Detroit, the final there. Elder out of the windup. 1-2 pitch. And Bush pops one up. A mile high left side of the infield. Alvarez and Kim both under it, about 10 feet apart. And that'll be handled by Alvarez. And 2 down here in the 6th inning. Nationals got a 10-5 victory over the Marlins today. And those are all the finals to this point. On our scoreboard update delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Folks, here in Chicago would be curious as to what's happening in Milwaukee. And the Brewers have a 6-1 lead on the Phillies. That game's in the 5th inning. Yankees leading the Astros 1-0 in the 4th. Huge swing and a miss by Suzuki. Red Sox trailing the Guardians 7-1 in the 8th. And the Blue Jays have an 8-6 lead on the Reds in the 8th. Look around the league tonight. 0-1. Dusted off the inside corner of that sinker. 1-0 Cubs, our score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Suzuki takes a changeup low. Elder's 84th pitch of the game. Low and outside with a sinker. With a count 2-2, he's trying to work through 6 innings. Elder looking good. I'm sure he's feeling good looking at the results this evening. Giving up just 4 hits. 2-2 is low. Meanwhile, the Braves do not have a hit in the game. They'll try to change that in the 7th. Orders 3-2. And Suzuki fans and misses the slider. A 1-2-3 sixth inning by Bryce Elder. Another strikeout for him. He has 6 in the game. Got to get that young man some runs. We go to the top of the 7th. 1-0 Cubs.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt. I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Farrah and Farrah.
Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel or that white chocolate mocha. Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning.
To this point, a combined no-hitter between two Cubs pitchers as Cade Horton, the starter, went 5. And Ben Brown took over last inning. He's on for the 7th. And there's a ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Ozzy's 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, also a strikeout. And he'll take a ball outside. Been some star sightings in the seats this series. Saw Will Ferrell here at the ballpark the other night. 2-0 to Ozzy. Looper base hit into right field. Just over the leaping Nico Horner. And the Braves have their first knock of the game. And leave it to Ozzy, who's put together good numbers in his career in this ballpark. And he leads it off with a single.
Banish that goose egg in the hit column from the scoreboard. Nice piece of hit in there, Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy in his career in this ballpark hitting over 380. And he's on here in the 7th inning. Drake Baldwin hits a fly ball to center. Willie Castro back. Shy of the warning track, makes the catch. One down here in the 7th inning as Baldwin went after the first pitch he saw.
That was smoked. 111 off the bat. Just unlucky. Hit it right at the center fielder Castro. But another good swing put on the ball by Drake Baldwin.
1 out for Marcell Ozuna. 1 run, 4 hits for the Cubs. No runs, 1 hit for the Braves. First pitch to Ozuna. That'll miss low. Yeah, so Will Ferrell was in the seats the other night. Tom Morello, outstanding guitar player here in the ballpark tonight. They just showed him on the video board in between innings. You see a lot of big names come through the turnstiles here at Wrigley. There's a 1-0 pitch. Ozuna with a home run cut, missed every stitch of it.
I wonder if Tom's single. You know, it's ladies' night here tonight, Ben.
It is ladies' night.
Maybe he's out here carousing.
Maybe. Here's a 1-1. That's up and in. 3 balls and a strike. Or rather, 2 balls and a strike, I should say, on Ozuna. The thought of that is pretty funny to me. 2-1 for Ozuna. Here's the pitch. That's down to the dirt. That bounces away from McGuire. Couldn't get a hand on it. And down to second base for Ozzy Albies.
Good base running there. Ozzy taking a secondary lead. That secondary allows you to get your weight moving And he timed it perfectly to when the pitch is delivered, so he's ready to go as soon as he sees that in the dirt.
Drew Pomerantz now throwing for the Cubs in their bullpen. Ozuna could tie it with a base hit. 1-0 Cubs. Ozuna is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Here it comes. Low and outside. That one gets by McGuire, but holding at second base is Ozzie. That bounced onto the grass. Did that get a piece of Ozuna? I believe it did. Or was that ball 4? Either way, I couldn't tell. I didn't know if it hit him in the foot, and that's why Ozzie didn't move. Maybe he just didn't get a good read. And it'll be ball 4 on Ozuna. So it'll put runners at first and second, 1 down. And the Cubs will be going to the bullpen. Here comes Craig Counsell. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. It'll be Drew Pomerantz on when we come back.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Against Big Ben Brown. So he's out of the game. Craig Counsell opts to go with his lefty, Drew Pomerantz. We saw Pomerantz in last night's game. Pitched a clean 7th inning. On the season, he has inherited 18 runners, and just 3 of those has scored. And that makes sense, seeing as he's got a 2.04 ERA. He's been really stingy with the hits to the opposing hitters.
Yeah, he has been really good of late as well. Michael Harris takes the ball up and in. Yeah, 13 of his last 14 appearances have been clean appearances. Now the Braves going to send out a pinch runner for Ozuna. Looks like Luke Williams down there. So Ozuna trots off the field, makes the short walk to the first base dugout. So Williams is at first. Albies is at second. Bat in the hands of Michael Harris with a chance to at least tie the game. Only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Pomerantz brings it. That'll be swung on and missed. Left on left matchup. Pitch on the way to Harris and a shot out to first base. Gloved on a bounce by Bush to second for 1. That's all they get. Bush was hard to his right, so it was a very short throw by the time he got leather on it. They cut down Williams. Harris safe at first base with a fielder's choice. Ozzie over to third base, and they're at the corners with 2 down.
Yeah, that was strange. There was nobody home at first base to try to complete that double play. Drew Pomerantz, ripe old age at 36, probably didn't feel like running over there to cover first base. Cost him a potential out. Unlikely, however, with Michael running. Those little things you got to do right to win games at this level.
That's right. Well, that'll really hurt him if Kim gets a base hit right here. By the way, in between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. One of the newest Braves, Ha-Sung Kim, climbing in. And Ha-Sung is 0 for 2 in the game. He was 2 for 4 last night in his Braves debut. But a base hit right here ties the contest. Braves trailing 1-0 in the 7th. Left on right matchup. Pitch on the way to Kim, and he drives one. High in the air to deep left field to the wall. Out of the ballpark. Ha-Sung Kim blasting one into the bleachers, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead in the 7th.
What a first impression for the newest Brave. That's what we were missing. A little power out of the shortstop position there.
That is welcomed with open arms. A 3-1 Braves lead in the 7th. Ha-Sung Kim. What a swing by Ha-Sung. Belted that out of here, and that's the first home run of the game for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires and tire discounters tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. Visit Braves.tirediscounters.com to learn more. Eli White takes the ball outside. Pretty sure we also have to make that the truest play of the game. And that's brought to you by Truist. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Eli sends one deep down the right field line. Wind will push that foul into the seats. And it is a 1-1 count on Eli White. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Mention that the wind is a crosswind right now, blowing from left to right directly at the right field foul pole. Eli takes the ball low and in. And to be quite honest, I would have been worried about anything driven to left field, seeing what the wind might do with it. But that was hit so hard, didn't matter what the wind was doing. Hit it right into the teeth of the wind and got it over the wall. Eli with a ground ball up the middle. A diving stop by Dansby Swanson. Fires to first from a knee, not in time. Maybe if that's a slower Brave running, he makes that play. Not against Eli White. Braves have come alive here in the 7th. That brings Nacho Alvarez up to the plate. Braves on top 3-1 in the 7th. Kickoff over to first base. And back in standing over there is Eli White. On that 3-run home run, 2 of the runs charged to Ben Brown and 1 to Pomerantz. Runner goes, pitch on the way. There's a ball low, throw down to second base, stolen base for Eli. So he's in scoring position. And Nacho with a 1-0 count. You'd say that ball that Michael Harris hit into the fielder's choice was off of Pomerantz, but that is credited to Brown when they cut down the runner at second. The previous pitcher picks up the fielder's choice runner. So 2 of those runs on the homer charged to Brown and 1 charged to Pomerantz. Always found that a peculiar rule. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a called strike.
And I know it was unlikely, but Pomerantz not covering first on that potential 3-6-1 double play came back to bite him.
Man, didn't it ever. 1-1 to Nacho. Check swing. They appealed. Didn't go, says the first base umpire, Austin Jones. 3-1 Braves thanks to the 3-run homer by Ha-Sung Kim. Pomerantz brings it. Swung on and missed by Alvarez. So a 2-2 count. If he can reach, he'd get Acuna up to the plate. This inning started with a single by Albies to break up the no-hitter. Baldwin a fly out to left and a walk to Marcelo Zuna. Fielder's choice by Harris, and then the 3-run homer by Kim. And then Eli White followed that up with a single and a stolen base. Two and a flare to right field. That will drop in for a hit. Eli burning a path around third, coming across and scoring. Nacho Alvarez dunks one into right and makes it 4-1 Braves in the 7th.
I think we're seeing what we can expect from Nacho in the future. This road trip, he's just been firing line drives to right, coming up with some big hits. He had that 10th inning single in Philly to push the team ahead. Here, a big knock in late innings to get some more insurance, and you got to love seeing that at your young third baseman.
Porter Hodge has been tossing in the Cubs bullpen. Tommy Hotteby, the pitching coach, is out there meeting with a battery of Pomerantz and McGuire. I go back to something that we've said probably 1,000 times, just the difference a year makes for Nacho Alvarez. A year ago, he didn't look like he was anywhere near this league.
Yeah.
This year, he's advanced his talents to a level where not only does he fit in, he's been thriving in the big league.
Yeah, the defense has been elite, getting some timely hits. We're not asking you to hit 330, but when you get opportunities, do what you do best. Fire those line drives to the right side.
Runner at first for Ronald Acuna. Ronald, check swing. The appeal didn't go. 1 ball and no strikes. Braves went from being hitless through 6 innings to scoring 4 times here in the 7th and leading by 3 runs. 1-0 to Acuna. Dribbler foul over by the Cubs dugout. These Cubs shell-shocked here in the 7th inning. Ronald certainly due. 0 for 3 in the game. Here's the pitch. And Acuna swings and misses at a curveball. We've mentioned how tough a road trip it's been for Ronald. He's currently at a 20 at-bat hitless streak, which is the 3rd longest of his career. 1-2 pitch. He swings and misses at strike 3. He's now 0 for his last 21. And for Ronald, he continues to be cold at the plate. And that ends the top of the 7th. But the Braves send 8 to the plate. Half of them score. The 3-run homer by Ha-Sung Kim has given the Braves the lead. It's 4-1 Atlanta into the bottom of the 7th.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $309 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through September 30th, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 4308 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same. The price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection...
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it?
Your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan. Or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
First pitch in the bottom of the 7th, swung on foul by Ian Happ. Bryce at 87 pitches. He's got a 4-1 lead. Braves has got a home run from a shortstop for the first time since September of last year. That's unbelievable, to be quite honest. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Was that, JC, September 20th of last year? Yeah, September 20th of last year when Orlando Arcia went deep. There's ball high and outside. Dylan Lee and Tyler Kinley are both throwing in the Braves bullpen. Taylor Rogers tossing for the Cubs. Elder about to deal his 90th pitch of the game. 1-2 to Happ. Check swing. Did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good swing of fortune for Elder. He's been out there dealing, just waiting on some runs. 2-2 to fly ball to center field. Michael Harris casually to his left, under it for the out, 1 away. And for Bryce, even trailing 1-0, just kept pitching, and delivering good pitch after good pitch. And then finally, the cavalry arrived in the form of Ha-Sung Kim for that 3-run home run. And the Braves scored 4 times in the inning as Nacho Alvarez tacked on a run with a base hit. That'll bring Carlos Santana up to the plate. Elder fires. And a first pitch strike. Slider on the outside corner. All the tools on his tool belt tonight. 0-1 bounced up there, 1-1.
Yeah, he just continues to execute quality pitch after quality pitch, and that's the name of the game. That's how you get into the 7th inning with a reasonable pitch count.
Boy, the flags are starts right now. Blowing left to right from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. 1-1 from Elder. Bounced up there again. Make it a 2-1 count. Santana 0 for 2, a ground out to first and a fly out to right field. So he's been pulling the ball very heavily this evening. Wind up in the 2-1. And a called strike. He nestled that slider in there at the bottom of the zone. Boy, I'd love to get Elder through 7 strong innings. Ready with his 2-2. Spins it up there. And a pop-up. Shallow left. Eli White coming in. Ha-Sung Kim goes out, and it's going to be caught by Kim. They collide, and Kim held on for a snow cone catch. Well, they were both trying to call off the other, and Kim hung in there with Eli bearing down on him. And Kim made the catch, and then Eli bumped right into his chest. Just fortunate that he held on. Bumped into his head, actually.
Yeah, fortunate nobody got hurt there. That's just a symptom of 2 guys that haven't played together. You know, this is the first time they've been on the field. They'll get that figured out.
The ball low and outside. How you like that? You hit a 3-run homer, and then an inning later, your teammate smokes you in the side of the face with his glove. Ball and no strikes on Dansby Swanson. 4-1 Braves, bottom of the 7th. Swanson takes what looked like a pretty good pitch, but they say ball 2. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. 2-0 pitch. Nothing wrong with that. Got the slider over. Pitch number 100 from Elder. Low and outside, 3-1. For Bryce, it's been a terrific outing. Looking to put the finishing touches on 7 innings. Here's his 3-1 pitch. Swanson with a ground ball to short. On the other end, Kim has got it. Fires over to first base, and down they go 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. Oh, the 7th inning dominated by Ha-Sung Kim with the bat and the glove. We've completed 7. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-1 Braves.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farah fight. Fair and Farah.
Tampa.
Now leading at 4-1 after a big 7th inning. Erased that no-hitter, got some runs. Moved on to the 8th, hoping to do it again. Left-hander Taylor Rogers comes on to relieve Drew Pomeranz. We saw Taylor Rogers here a couple days ago. Had a rough one there, his second consecutive outing, giving up multiple runs.
Matt Olson to greet him. Picks the ball low. Folks, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs and add-on runs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a leadoff homer in the 8th inning for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Ball outside of Matt Olson.
See what you did there.
Trying to speak it into existence.
Little ad-lib. I love it.
Olson trying to get in on the action. He's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts and a walk. 2-0 pitch, and he strikes one out to third. Diving stop is right by Shaw. Pops up, throws over, finishes the play. Impressive by Matt Shaw, the young third baseman. He was well off the line, playing Matt to pull. When he dove to his right, went down into the dirt and started up a really nice play.
Well, that continues to some strong defense from the left side of this Cubs infield this whole series. They are a very solid defensive club, especially over there on the left side.
It'll be a big positive for them in the postseason. That brand of defense. Here's Ozzie Albies, takes the ball high. Four runs on 4 hits for the Braves. 1 run on 4 hits for the Cubs. Ozzie Albies goes down to a knee on a check swing. Didn't go. 2 balls, no strikes. If you're just now tuning in, the Braves got 7 really good innings from Bryce Elder. You'd imagine that last out that he made in the 7th will be his final out of the game. Got lots of handshakes when he went down into the dugout. It was 1-0 Cubs for the longest time. They scored an unearned run in the 2nd, and they had a 1-0 lead into the top of the 7th. In fact, the Braves had been no hit for 6 innings. But then they erupted with a 4-run 7th, sending 8 men to the plate. 2-0 to Ozzie. And a high strike. Boy, that's a bad call. I think at 2-1 now on Ozzie Albies. And again, it was Ha-Sung Kim with a 3-run homer in the top of the 7th and an RBI single by Nacho Alvarez to make it a 4-run inning. 2-1 pitch, pop back and foul over by the Braves dugout. That'll rattle around and become a souvenir. Trying to salvage the final game of this series. And if the Braves can hold on and win, that would be a 4-6 road trip. Two pitch. Albies hammers one. High in the air, deep left field. Back to the wall. Gone! Same place he hit one out last night. Last night was a jet airliner straight out of here. This one was a high towering shot. A majestic homer by Ozzie Albies, 369 feet. And for Ozzie, that is his 15th homer of the year to make it 5-1 Braves.
Boy, Ozzie is red hot right now. Both sides of the plate, doesn't matter. Fastball above the strike zone, doesn't matter. It's going over the fence.
Went the longest time without a right-handed home run this season. And then here in the last few weeks, he's found his power stroke from the right side. Drake Baldwin takes a called strike. Baldwin busts his bat, a roller out to first base. Taken by Bush. Underhand feed to the bag. Rogers is there. And 2 down in the inning. And that's another broken bat brought to you by Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth, the official sponsor of Broken Bats. Luke Williams going to get it at bat here. Came along to pinch run for Marcell Ozuna in the 7th. And in there to bat here in the 8th inning. And Luke sends one foul. Well, Luke has had an opportunity to play a handful of times in this ballpark. But the very first time he ever played here was actually a pitching opportunity for him. And Luke takes a ball low. That was back when he was with the, I believe it was when he was with the Phillies. I have to look that up. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Williams fouls one back. In his career, he's played in now 13 games in this ballpark. 15 previous at-bats here, but the first time he ever played at Wrigley, it was late in the game in a lopsided affair when he was used as a position player to pitch. And a rope one in the left field. He turned on that sweeper and sent it down the left field line. Over to grab it, Ian Happ sends it in. It'll be a single by Luke Williams.
You go back to Greg Maddox's story. It's kind of the opposite for Luke Williams here at Wrigley.
Yeah, he told me that story. He said at the time his sister was living in Chicago, so the whole family came in, and they're expecting him to go out there and play in the field, get it at bat. No, the first time they saw him out there, whole family here to watch him pitch. Pretty neat to be able to pitch on that mound. 2 down now for Michael Harris. Michael takes a first pitch strike. Braves coming on strong late in this one. Leading 5-1 after trailing 1-0 for much of the game. Left-hander Rogers set right at the collarbone. 0-1 to Harris. A low strike away. Michael not so sure. He turns and gives it a look to Malachi Moore. 0-2 on Harris. Cubs in the bottom of the inning left 7-8-9 up. Rogers 0-2. Swing and a miss by Harris. Got him with a sweeper. That ends the top of the 8th. But Ozzie Albies bangs one deep into the teeth of the wind and got it out of here. And the Braves tack on another run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling curveball. That's when Truist One Checking steps up to the plate. If you're
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Weather can't keep you up to date on what really matters to you. Make Chuck and Chernoff part of your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Bottom 8, Braves leading at 5-1. Bryce Elder sliced and diced this Cubs lineup for 7 innings, allowing just 1 unearned run with 6 strikeouts and, most importantly, no walks. Great job by him. On to relieve him and continue that good work, right-hander Tyler Kinley. He got the win in Game 4 of the last series against the Phillies.
Facing 7, 8, 9 in the Cubs order, starting with Willie Castro. Willie Castro takes the first pitch strike. Boy, a night when the wind was blowing out and Elder keeping the ball in the ballpark, not walking a soul, turning in one of the best lines of his career against a very good, stout lineup from the Cubs. 0-1 from Kinley. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. That's impressive work for Bryce.
Yeah, the walks plus the home runs early in the season what were killing Elder. And since he's made that adjustment with the slider, besides that one start against the White Sox, he's been very, very good. And it's really changed his game.
And changed his outlook for 2026, I'd say.
That's the truth.
Oh-2 from Kinley. And he gets him looking for strike 3. A slider locked up Willie Castro. And a good start here in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. 8th inning, Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Tyler Kinley can strike out the side in order, our contestant Justin Pollock will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. That's YANMAR. For your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle and be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Ball low and outside to Matt Shaw. Yanmar built together, back longer. So Justin Pollock, you're a third of the way there after that strikeout of Willie Castro. 1 out in the 8th, 5-1 Braves. Right on right matchup. Shaw fouls one back. That slider here lately for Kinley has been a terrific pitch. It's always been a good pitch for him, but I really like the point that you made the other night. He leaves Denver, leaves altitude, and all of a sudden that pitch is behaving a whole lot better.
Yeah, 0.71 ERA through 13 innings with these Braves. I mean, he's been great since he's come over.
1-1 to Shaw. Shaw stings one deep but foul down the left field line.
Yeah, it's tough to pitch at altitude because you got to make an adjustment every time you come down the mountain because that slider is going to break more, and then you go back up the mountain, it's going to break less. So he's really enjoying his time down here at sea level.
And that sounds exhausting.
Yeah, for a pitcher.
Back and forth. I mean,
he leans so heavily on that slider. He throws it 63% of the time. So, yeah, it's such a big part of his game.
Ball and 2 strikes on Matt Shaw. Kinley's 1-2. Up and in. Fastball buzzed him. They get a 2-2 count. Shaw, the rookie, batting .232, 11 homers. And he's 1 for 2 tonight. He has 3 hits in the series. Kinley ready. Spins the 2-2. Fouled back our way. Just under our TV brethren's booth. You think CJ would have made the catch?
No, he's left-handed. You know, his lefties aren't all that coordinated.
Yeah, so there's going to be Brandon or nobody.
Yeah, Brandon's got it.
Again, the 2-2. Have a seat. Swung and missed at a slider. Back-to-back strikeouts of Castro and Shaw. And 2 down. By the way, CJ's already trailing in our radio versus TV competition today.
That's right, buddy. Go ahead. Brag for just a second.
Well, we had a little fun before the game. Paul Bird was down there on the field. We're up here in the booth. This is probably an hour and a half before the first pitch. And we're going to see who could throw an orange from our booths to get closest to Paul. 2 down for Reese McGuire. And Reese takes a called strike. And Paul was down there waiting for it. And CJ went first, and his throw sailed pretty good bit. And Paul did a good job to jump up, get a hand on it, and it kind of exploded there against his hand. Went down on the tarp, and he cleaned it up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss high. And then the Mississippi Kid stepped up to the plate. spun one perfectly from the visiting radio booth over the screen and right into the breadbasket. He didn't even move. There's a 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Kim and Alvarez are in the neighborhood. This will be Alvarez's ball on the grass right back of the mound. He makes the catch, and down they go 1-2-3. Excellent work by Kenley. We go to the top of the ninth inning, 5-1 Braves.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
When the Braves are not on at night, hey, let's talk college football. Join me for the Buck Belue Show with Kelly Kroll weeknights from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan.
Top of the ninth, Braves leading it 5-1. After Cubs starter Cade Horton no-hit the Braves for 5 innings pitched. The Braves have been beaten up on the bullpen trio of Pomeranz, Rogers, and Brown for 5 runs on 6 hits in just 4 innings pitched. So getting to this Cubs bullpen finally. Next man in for the Cubs, right-hander Porter Hodge. 24-year-old has pitched in 27 games this season, scoring an unsightly 6.93 ERA.
Here's the man who gave the Braves the biggest jolt of the night, Ha-Sung Kim. And he takes a first pitch strike from Hodge. It was 1-0 in favor of the Cubs into the top of the 7th, and with 2 down in the 7th and 2 men on base, Ha-Sung Kim hit his first homer as a Brave. This ball low and outside. Braves tacked on 1 more that inning to take a 4-1 lead. Then they added another tally in the 8th on a homer by Ozzie Albies. And leading 5-1 in the 9th. Pitch on the way to Kim. Then he bounced a sweeper. 2 balls and a strike. Two on. Kim takes a strike. Raisel Iglesias tossing in the bullpen. Big day for Raisel, as he was named the National League Reliever of the Month for the month of August. That's a big turnaround for Raisel.
It sure is. Yeah, he certainly found his form in the dog days of summer. 3rd year in a row, right?
And he's won it. I know he did it last year. And Kim with a towering fly ball to left. Ian Happ is under it. Coming in a little bit. Makes the catch as he staggers that way. 1 down in the 9th. Yeah, last year he had that insane run from about mid-June into September.
That's wild. 3 years in a row.
For the month of August.
Yeah, you can count on him to be nails in August. It's really impressive.
Well, that goes in stride with what we were saying the other day with the Braves offense. There's a called strike on Eli White. We mentioned the other day that the Braves in August scored more runs that month than any month all season. In fact, they'd scored more runs that month than any month going back to 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And then you had the great performance all month out of Iglesias, so easily the best month of the season for the Braves. Eli White with a line drive directly to the second baseman, Nico Horner, who catches it chest high. 2 down in the 9th. Cubs in the ninth will have the top of the order. Horner, Bush, and Suzuki. And the Braves will carry at least a 4-run lead into the ninth. Here comes Nacho Alvarez. Oh, that came off of Eli's bat at 102 miles an hour. Really stroked it. Nacho stands there, takes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for a high strike. Porter Hodge, right-hander. Bearded righty wearing number 37 on his back, brings the pitch on the way to Nacho. And he missed with a sweeper outside. Braves have the day off tomorrow. And back home, swing and a miss by Nacho Alvarez. The Braves have every Thursday in the month of September as a scheduled off day. I remember the last time I saw that, but every Thursday in the month of September, an off day. And we'll be back in the action on Friday at home against the Mariners. 1-2 fouled back. In fact, we'll see the Cubs on that next homestand. So seeing the Cubs a lot in a short amount of time. That next homestand, it'll be the Mariners the 5th through the 7th, then the Cubs the 8th through the 10th, and then the Astros the 12th through the 14th. 1-2 pitch misses high. So we'd love to see you at the ballpark. One of our final homestands of the year. That'll be a 3-team homestand. The 5th through the 7th, or rather the 5th through the 14th. 2-2, a swing and a miss. Got it with a sweeper, and that's all she wrote for the Braves in the ninth. Braves go down 1-2-3, where they feel good about this one. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning, 5-1 Braves.
Go ahead, caller. I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
A day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
The same station you go to during the baseball season is the same one you need during football season. Join me, Chris Domino, and Nick Cellini every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or The Fan app.
Top of the ninth here on the north side. It's all Braves right now. 5-1 leading these Cubbies. On to pitch the ninth, Raisel Iglesias. Just one. The reliever of the month for August. Let's talk about that month. Sporting a .69 ERA through 13 games. A perfect 10 for 10 in save opportunities. He's hitting 170 against them in the month of August. So we got a new month, but please nobody tell Raisel. Hopefully he doesn't mind a little nip in the air. What'd you say, 63 degrees here tonight?
Dropped down to 63 right now.
I hope he's got some hot sauce on that right shoulder.
He's going to face the top of the order, Horner, Bush, and Suzuki. First pitch and a ground ball found on the third base line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Iglesias with that very impressive month of August. Trying to keep that rolling to the finish line. Little number foul by Horner. That's on the grass halfway down the first baseline. Suddenly 0-2. Braves got 7 innings out of Bryce Elder. He gave up 1 unearned run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. And then Tyler Kinley had a 1-2-3/8. In fact, he was just a strikeout away from giving us a winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. 0-2 to Horner. Ground ball routine out to second base. Ozzie has it, throws to first, 1 down. A good start here in the 9th inning. That'll bring Michael Busch up to the plate. So Iglesias, the 3rd pitcher used tonight by Brian Snitker. Meanwhile, the Cubs have used 5 hurlers: Horton, Brown, Pomerantz, Rogers, and Hodge. And what has taken place in the last few innings of this game has really washed our minds of how good the starter Cade Horton was for the Cubs. He was the story for the first 6 innings of the game. That'll be lifted deep down the left field line and slicing foul and an 0-1 count. In fact, he had 5 no-hit innings. And due to his innings limit and something that they're watching, they sent him packing, went into the bullpen with a 1-0 lead. And the Braves cracked that Cubs bullpen. 0-1 on a fly ball to center. Michael Harris over to his left, charges in, makes the catch, and 2 down in the 9th. It's funny how suddenly the story of a game can change and make you completely forget about the previous story of the game.
Certainly a stroke of luck for these Braves that Cade Horton just isn't allowed to pitch that late into the game, because he was looking pretty tight tonight.
Yeah, he looks special. 2 down for Seiya Suzuki, and he takes a fastball for a strike. But Elder outlasted their starters. He went 7, and the bullpen has been great. Looking for 1 more out to put this thing in the win column. 0-1 from Iglesias. Back 0-2. They're down to their final swing. Attendance at Wrigley, 31,933, and a lot of them heading to the exits. The 0-2. Missed high with a fastball. Braves with 2 homers tonight as Albies and Kim with long balls. Iglesias ready. 1-2. Send foul. That'll land up on the rooftop. Bounce around up there in between the lights. One Braves, bottom of the 9th. Iglesias in search of 1 more out. Ready with his 1-2 pitch. And he deals. Low it outside with a slider. Suzuki is 0 for 3, a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. And he has gone 1 for 11 in the series. Iglesias cuts it loose. And tapped foul to the third base line. Well, that ball boy was on it down there. Came flying off his stool and out of the gate.
I believe the proper term is ball man. He looks like he's got a couple kids.
2-2 bounced up there. The ball man.
The ball man. Doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. He's got his hands on that gate down there, eager to shoot back out there and show everybody his talents. Meanwhile, a 3-2 count on Seiya Suzuki. Looking for 1 more strike. 3-2. Missed high and outside. And that's ball 4. I think Suzuki lost track of the count. He was ready for another pitch.
Yeah, he felt off so many pitches he lost count of the balls.
Braves leading by 4 runs. They've got the Cubs down to their final out. Here's Ian Happ. He's the only Cub to touch the plate tonight. He scored on an unearned run back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 3. Batting from the left side. Runner takes off. Ball outside. And down to second for Suzuki on defensive indifference. His next pitch will be the 15th of the inning for Iglesias. Staring at his target, Baldwin. 1-0 pitch. Line deep down the left field line. Slicing foul. And bangs around some dark green seats that have been vacated by fans. Ball and a strike on Happ. Here it comes. This tie. Russell got 2 very quick outs, then had Suzuki down to his final strike. But he battled for a walk, and now Happ with a 2-1 count. Iglesias deals. Outside ball 3. On deck is Santana. They would need to load the bases to bring the tying run to the plate. 3-1 pitch. Fouled back 3-2. And again, they're down to their final swing. And which selection does Rossell want to make right here?
I think he's going to go with the old number 1.
Fastballs look good.
Yeah, he's just been bullying hitters with his fastball lately. The velocity is down a touch tonight. Might be the weather. I don't know, Ben.
3-2. And he just missed outside with a fastball. Back-to-back 2-out walks from Iglesias.
He didn't walk a single batter in the month of August.
Now he's walked 2 in a row here. So now Santana to the plate. On deck, Dansby Swanson. Definitely don't want to face him with the bases loaded. Want to get Santana. First pitch to Santana. And a ball low. Santana 1 for 7 in his career versus Iglesias. The one was a double. Left-handed stick of Carlos Santana is 0 for 3. Iglesias is 1-0. Line drive foul. Hooked that down to the tarp. That would have been trouble.
Yeah, that was just a few feet from getting interesting here. We don't want interesting. We want boring.
Boring. Take it to the house. Put this thing in the win column. First and second, 2 down. Lance to second. 1-1. Low and in. Well, the first 2 outs came so quickly, it seemed like the third was a foregone conclusion. Well, the Cubs have made it interesting with back-to-back walks and now 2-1 count for Santana. Pitch from Iglesias. And there's a high strike. And now the third batter in the row has 2 strikes, and again they're down to their final swing. This will be Iglesias' 24th pitch of the inning. He's hoping it's his last. Ready with a 2-2. Here it comes. Inside. This with a fastball. So he has run the count full on Santana. Runners will take off here. Happ at first, Suzuki at second. And if they load him up, the tying run would come to the plate in former Brave Dansby Swanson. 3-2. Check, swing, strike 3. Braves win as Iglesias gets his man to put him away in the 9th inning and end any threat of a comeback for the Cubs tonight. For the Cubs in the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Braves come back and win this one thanks to home runs from Ha-Sung Kim and Ozzie Albies. And they salvage the final game of this series and road trip. Final score, Braves 5, Cubs 1. Back to the totals after this.
Braves fans, you know the power of a strong arm on the mound, in the field, and especially after you've been hurt. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. After an accident, bills pile up, your stress goes up, and it feels like you're throwing nothing but curveballs. Let us go to bat for you. Our team will fight to get you the medical care you need and the money you deserve. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
When you're looking for leading cardiac treatment, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 5 emergency cardiac care centers, so we're here.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing,
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
What does the future hold for business? Ask 9 experts and you'll get 10 answers. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. Rates will rise or fall. Inflation's up or down. Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 42,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, finance management, inventory, and HR into one fluid platform. With one unified business management suite, there's one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. When you're closing the books in days, not weeks, you're spending less time looking backwards and more time on what's next. Whether your company is earning millions or even hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you respond to immediate challenges and seize your biggest opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/special. That's netsuite.com/special. netsuite.com/special.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run.
Or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Hey Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Braves win the night under the lights here at Wrigley. 5-1 the final score. And now it's back home to Atlanta for a lengthy homestand. Looking forward to it. Hope to see you at the ballpark. It'll be an off day tomorrow, so back on the air on Friday night. Braves and the Mariners from Truist Park in Atlanta. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin Friday night at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central with a Ford leadoff show. And then Joe and I will have the first pitch at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. Logan Gilbert is the right-hander for the Mariners in that game. He's 4-6 with a 3.73 ERA. And Chris Sale will be on the mound Friday night in Atlanta. Lefty is 5-4 with a 2.45 ERA. So for our guys back in studio tonight, that's Joe Virgin and Bryce Gobert. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Final score, Braves 5, Cubs 1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show. That starts right now with Baird Salee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. It was Ha-Sung Kim's 3-run homer in the top of the 7th. It put the Braves up 3-1. It was the first home run by a Braves shortstop since September 20th, 2024. Orlando Arcia did it against the Marlins. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta.
Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited.
Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through September 30th, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
From playing catch in the front yard to backyard barbecues, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. That's why Pennington, at the official grass seed of the Atlanta Braves, is here to help you grow a lawn you can be proud of. With over 80 years of experience rooted right here in Braves country, Pennington knows what it takes to achieve big league results right at home. So whether you're entertaining or unwinding, you can trust Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround, it's going to be close. Throws it to first, and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll change your oil in about 15 minutes while you stay in your car. The only thing that'll be out here is your old oil. Drive into your neighborhood Atlanta location today. No appointment needed. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. From Chicago to Atlanta, the rivalry's heating up, and so are the sandwiches. Portillo's is stepping up to the plate at Truist Park September 8th through the 10th, serving free samples of our legendary homemade Italian beef sandwiches. Stop by the third base gate activation area to taste some hot and dipped beef. And while you're there, grab an ice cold Coke and snag some Portillo's merch to take home. Everybody wins when Portillo's is at bat.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the official ticket marketplace of.
That ball was crushed.
And
did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of
Let's Go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Braves Radio Network.
Line in the pitch, swung high, belts one again. Deep left field. He's got two tonight. Another home run for Marcel.
All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Well, that was fun. Barrett Sallee here in the Braves Radio Network studios in the Battery Atlanta, recapping the Braves' 5-1 victory over those Chicago Cubs up at Wrigley Field. They salvaged one game of the 3-game set, and it was awesome. Ha-Sung Kim, his first big hit with the Atlanta Braves, a 3-run shot in the 7th, gave the Braves a 3-1 lead, and that was all that was needed. Bryce Elder, sensational 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, walked 0 and struck out 6. Let's get to the highlights. Bottom of the 2nd, Ian Happ on 3rd after a single and a 2-base throwing error from Eli White. Now 2 down, Will Castro at the plate facing Bryce Elder as the Cubs look to get on the board.
Right-hander set right at the letters. 3-2 to the plate. Lifted in the air to right field. Coming along, Acuna can't get there. Plays it on a bounce. It's 1-0 Cubs. That bounced right in front of Rado, and he was going to his left and slightly angled towards the foul line. And it looked like he might get there, but at the last second, pulled up, played it on a bounce, and an RBI single for Willie Castro.
Same score, bottom of the 5th. Matt Shaw on first after a 1-out single. Reese McGuire at the plate, and catcher Drake Baldwin puts another highlight on his Rookie of the Year resume.
1-1 pitch, runner goes, pitches a ball. Throw down to second, looks like they got him, they do. Right on the money by Drake Baldwin to cut down Matt Shaw. He popped up, sent a strike all the way down to second base.
Top of the 7th, still 1-0 Cubs. 2 on, 2 down, and the Ha-Sung Kim show started, and he made a big impression on his new team.
Left on right matchup. Pitch all the way to Kim, and he drives one. High in the air to deep left field to the wall. Out of the ballpark. Ha-Sung Kim blasting one into the bleachers, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead in the 7th. That is welcomed with open arms. A 3-1 Braves lead in the 7th. What a swing by Ha-Sung.
That is the first home run by a Braves shortstop since Orlando Arcia, September 20th, 2024, against the Marlins. Later in the inning, after Eli White singles and steals second, Nacho Alvarez steps up as the Braves look for a little insurance.
2-2 and a flare to right field. That will drop in for a hit. Eli burning a path around third, coming across and scoring. Nacho Alvarez dunks one into right and makes it 4-1 Braves in the 7th.
When Bryce Elder is on, he is a lot of fun. His final line tonight, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, no walks, and these 6 strikeouts.
Righty-lefty matchup on the 1-2. Fanned him, swung on and missed at a fastball. Count is run full. 3-2. And a called third strike. Swanson thought that it was ball 4. He had tossed the bat. Malachi Moore watched it a beat longer than normal and then raised up and rung him up. That's a huge strikeout. And a 3-2 count once again. Payoff from Bryce. That'll work. Swung on and missed over the top of a sinker. Swing and a miss there. To slider for strike 3. And Bryce Elder, after getting that caught stealing, strikes out McGuire. 2-2, outstanding sinker. He gets Horner looking for strike 3. That sinker's been changing lanes tonight. It's not even using his blinker. Elder's 3-2. And Suzuki fans and misses the slider. A 1-2-3 6th inning by Bryce Elder. Another strikeout for him. He has 6 in the game.
Top of the 8th, Braves looking to add on. Ozzie Albies at the plate with 1 down, facing Trevor Rogers.
2-2 pitch. Albies hammers one. High in the air, deep left field. Back to the wall. Gone! Same place he hit one out last night. Last night was a jet airliner straight out of here. This one was a high towering shot. A majestic homer by Ozzie Albies, 369 feet. And for Ozzie, that is his 15th homer of the year to make it 5-1 Braves.
Stay hot, Ozzie. Bottom of the ninth, Braves still up 5-1. Raisel Iglesias on the mound trying to finish it off. 2-on, Carlos Santana at the plate as the Cubs' last hope.
3-2. Check swing. Strike three. Braves win as Iglesias gets his man to put him away in the ninth inning and end any threat of a comeback for the Cubs tonight. For the Cubs in the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Braves come back and win this one thanks to home runs from Ha-Seong Kim and Ozzie Albies. And they salvage the final game of this series and road trip. Final score, Braves 5, Cubs 1.
Bryce Elder gets the win for the Braves. He's 6-9 on the season. Ben Brown, the loss for the Cubs. He's 5-8. Hey, fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Braves manager Brian Snitker. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Get ready to fall in love, but this time with my home island of Curacao. Hi, I'm Ozzie Albies, second baseman from the Atlanta Braves, and Curacao is where my story begins. It's where the vibe is full of color and life, where our culture shines with European and Caribbean flair, and where you're bound to find a new adventure or some much-needed time to relax. It's the start of my story, and it could be the next part of yours. Visit Curacao and feel it for yourself.
Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare. If you're like me, you get the day going in a hurry with a lot to get done. But what if a nagging joint pain or sports injury is holding you back? Go to Emory Orthopedics. With multiple clinic locations across Metro Atlanta and one in Flowery Branch, you'll find the expert care you need. Emory is also home to the only dedicated hospital in Georgia focused on spine, hip, and knee surgery. As the official team healthcare provider of the Braves, Emory will treat you like a pro. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
It doesn't matter if the headline is about the Braves, the Atlanta sports scene, or the college football world. Trust me, Home Team Brandon Lee, weekday mornings, 6 to 10 on the Locker Room on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
You're locked into the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back, Barrett Salee here in the Braves Radio Network studios, recapping the Braves' 5-1 win in Game 3 over the Chicago Cubs. Hey, fans, injuries can be devastating in baseball and in life. If you or someone you love are injured in an accident, there's only one call to make: attorney Ken Nugent and his team. This season, Ken Nugent and pitcher Chris Sale have teamed up to remind all of us that our brave first responders also put Georgians first when devastating injuries occur. Each month, one first responder will be recognized for their tremendous service with a $1,500 reward courtesy of attorney Ken Nugent, and that first responder will join Ken and Chris Sale on the field before a home game. Monthly recipients are announced during the final Braves Clubhouse Report of the month, heard on the flagship of the Braves Radio Network, 680 The Fan. Nominate a first responder today at callken.com/first responder. That's callken.com/first responder. Attorney Ken Nugent, one call, that's all. That was a fun game. Cade Horton goes 5 innings, doesn't give up a hit for the Cubs, but then the bats catch fire for the Braves. They score the final 5 runs of the game, not only to get a win, but also give Bryce Elder the win on the pitching side after Bryce threw an absolute gem. Here is Braves manager Brian Snitker.
How about Ha-Seong Kim and that first home run being so important?
Well, it's our first homer from a shortstop all year. So, no, it's good. He's had some really good at-bats, played a really nice game defense, so it's it's good. I mean, it's very encouraging to see that.
Bryce Elder was outstanding.
Yeah,
tonight.
Again, I mean, he's just been really, really good. He's kind of got, I think, later in the game, started leaning on the sinker a little more, and it's really, really effective.
7 innings tonight, only one unearned run for him against this team at this ballpark.
That's it's pretty good. Yeah, no, what he's been doing has been really impressive. I think that's like 4 out of the last 5 have been just really, really good, and he's in a good place right now.
Battle of the Rookie of the Year contenders, and Drake smoked some balls, but has nothing to show for
hitting
it.
with a 2-iron. I mean, he just did 2 balls, and but they're really good at bats. He just keeps having really great. I made a great throw, so it was a nice night for him too. I mean, he didn't get a lot show for it, but you know what? He caught a winner, threw a guy out, and had 2 really good at bats.
What about what Kenley's done for you guys since you got it?
He's been unbelievable. I mean, he's on an unbelievable run right now with himself. You know, it's I don't know. I mean, it's just been really, really good. And that's good to see, too. I mean, you know, he's taken advantage of these opportunities, and all of a sudden he's in the high-leverage situations, and feel really good with him out there.
What did you see from their rookie pitcher while he was in?
It was good. I mean, obviously, I think we had 1 base runner. Yeah, I was kind of glad to see him not come back out, honestly, because we weren't solving him.
What'd you see? What was the ruling on that play where they sent him to third?
It's on an overthrow from the outfield. It's 2 bases, so he was already had first. Right. That's why guys got to run hard out of the box, because if an outfielder makes a throw and they're not hustling, then they can only give him second. So if he gets to first, then it's 2 bases from the time of the throw.
You talked about Iglesias before the game. He did it again.
Did it again. No, he battled through, and you know, I'm sure too. You get kind of different. I think you know, you're warming up inside out of the elements. It got cold there, so you know, his command was a little shaky there. But you know what? I think he just keeps pitching. You know, it's what he does.
Talked about Ozzie a little bit before the game as well, and just the way he hit obviously today, but then the way he's just been hitting lately.
No, he's been hitting really well, and he's back right-handed. I mean, he had a rough go for whatever reason early on, but he's back to being, you know, Ozzie from the right side. And but his bat's been, you know, a lot better. Like I said, Ozzie always never stops believing in himself to get it going, and you know, he's on a nice little run too.
That was Braves manager Brian Snitker. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from outfielder Eli White. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 95% patient recommendations. You could say we're number one in the heart of Georgia. We lead with 100 dedicated cardiovascular doctors, so you'll know your heart is in the best hands. We lead with compassion, because you are at the heart of our care. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Attention, Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar UTV or a Yanmar SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar UTV if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround, it's going to be close. Throws it to first, and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll change your oil in about 15 minutes while you stay in your car. The only thing that'll be out here is your old oil. Drive into your neighborhood Atlanta location today. No appointment needed. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
This is Buck Ballou reminding you to look for my podcast, Buck's Beat, twice a week on the Fan app or subscribe to the feed at 680thefan.com.
This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, presented by your local Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now more postgame coverage on the Braves Radio Network.
Braves 5-1 winners over the Cubs in Game 3 of the 3-game set up there at Wrigley Field. Eli White got a single, scored a run, stole a base, and he talked with us after the game.
Elder, he's done it again. He was really good again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a guy that's really fun to play behind, works fast, throws strikes, and yeah, he's throwing the ball really well right now, and, you know,